Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here, and today, well, our friend Wyatt Glover is retiring from YouTube. Yep. So we're definitely gonna miss all the memories of his videos, but at least I still have a friend. And, oh my goodness, let's not get sappy. Okay. Anyway, speaking of Wyatt, here we have Wyatt's Train World. I did send us a link to Wyatt Glover, so hopefully he joins. Then we have both Wyatts here.
So the Glover's leaving.
Yeah. Wyatt Glover is done making his edits of the Lion King 1.5 trailers, and I guess now would be a good time to tell you the story of how I first met him. Now, I had a hyperfixation on the Disney film reel bumpers, which, if you've watched Disney Pixar's Cars or Monsters Inc., or any other Disney and Pixar or Disney release back in the late 90s to early 2000s, you probably recognize something that looks sort of like this.
And now, our feature presentation.
I'm going to stop right there because, it was an AI edit that I made, and I'd rather not show that. Anyway, most of you guys probably recognize those bumpers from the VHS and DVDs. Now, I've just gone over my fear of that latter bumper that I've just shown, which I was afraid of it, which, if to learn more about that, watch Top 10 Scariest Logos from My Childhood video. And so I watched him reacting to the compilation of the bumpers, and oh my gosh, there he is right now. Both Wyatt are in the stream.
Hey, Drew.
What? Anyway, so shortly after I came across this video, I watched more and more videos as he was getting older, and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty good. This was as I was starting to make my YouTube account. This was before I even started the channel. This was also when I was starting to get some subscribers. And then finally, there came the big day on February 2020, where I finally found him on Facebook, and I decided I'll friend him to see if he wants to. Sure enough, he did. And thus began the friendship. That went on for a long time and still going to continue even to this day. I really liked his edits. It's nice to have hyperfixations on stuff, especially when it comes to movie trailers or certain interests.
That's right.
Like, I'm hyperfixated on, well, a lot of things now. I'm hyperfixated on Thomas, HTF, PMG Otter, and recently I've developed a Zootopia hyperfixation. Anyway, so now that you're retired, what is your plan?
Well, I think my plan, I don't know, man. I think I might get a job and probably work a regular job, and hopefully I can still, I still do want to voice Chief Bogo, by the way.
Yeah.
That's right.
He will still be voicing Chief Bogo.
Yeah.
He's going to voice him in the upcoming movie that I'm working on this year.
Mm-hmm. And
yes.
I was going to do movie reviews on a new channel, but looks like it's no longer happening, unfortunately. So I'll just might find a job to have.
Yeah. Ironically, this is when when I heard he was retiring, I was like, that's crazy because I'm thinking of postponing my retirements to 2027. So I was originally going to retire next year before September, but with how much people love my channel, I might go on for a few years more. I'm not sure. All I know is that I'll stop when I'm good and ready.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, I still have a movie planned, well, a few movies planned, including a sequel to Silver Dollar City Adventure that's going to be done with the help of Wyatt's Train World.
Hey.
Yes. But yeah. Wow, we've definitely have been through a lot together, good and bad.
Yeah, yeah, we have. Me and Drew started out doing Facebook live streams like during the pandemic, during the initial run of quarantine, and we hung out, we watched some videos, and then I had the idea to do VHS opening marathons of like a specific collection. Like I think we did,
Oh,
yeah, we did SpongeBob, the Peanuts collection, and
the Peanuts
Looney
collection took
Tunes
us a
ones.
long time to get through. Same thing for the
Yeah,
Rugrats.
yeah, and then like I think a year later I realized, oh wait a minute, they all those collections have like the same previews as the other. Like I'm like, okay, maybe I should have. We could have done the direct to video Disney direct to video sequel marathon, just a DVD opening marathon, and luckily
Yeah.
I do have that playlist I made, and yeah, it goes from Return of Jafar to Little Mermaid, Ariel's beginning, to not include Jungle Book 2 and Return to Neverland because those were released theatrically.
Yeah.
And if only if I had just said Disney Toon Studios sequels, those two would have been included.
Yeah, I remember the Disney Toon ones. My personal favorite was probably Kronk's New Groove. That's my personal favorite.
I know. And I don't really know. I don't know if I have a personal favorite. It might still be Lion King 2. No, not Lion King 2. Lion King 1.5 because I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Unless if I do like a marathon where I just watched all the Disney direct to video sequels and without watching the originals, and maybe have because I heard I heard Aladdin and the King of Thieves is pretty good because they brought back Robin Williams for Genie. And I started doing IG2 and TLK 1.5 trailer edits in like 2018. That would be like 6.5 years ago. And and then I started doing those regularly, and then those videos blew up, and then I was like, okay, I should probably do those more. So I started doing them more, and people started loving them, made YTPs out of them, vote coded them into different songs, and then I did all those.
Be like, it's the same freaking video. But to that I say, he likes it. Oh my gosh, he has a TH shirt just like I did. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
He has a
Sweet
THX shirt.
Jesus.
Speaking of which, I actually am planning another character watching THX logo video. And this character is going to be everyone's favorite Happy Tree Friend. And, well, the tough girl of the Happy Tree Friend group, Giggle.
Giggles watches this logo. I wonder what
I'm gonna
trailer
fucking
they're gonna use
kill
for-
that son of a bitch named Tax. Also, good luck on your retirement there, Wyatt. We hope you have a good luck on your future, buddy.
Thank you, Hudson. Yeah, and then what else did I miss? Oh, then in October 2021, I had the idea to start doing live streams again, and we came up with the Easy Roadcast, and we did that in October of 2021. And the first episode, I think, was just our own introduction, explain what it's going to be about, and then we did it. And we started on Drew's channel, but then started having PTSD from StreamYard, so we moved that show over to my channel, and then because in my opinion it was the better medium for it anyway. So we did that, and I did it, and I think my goal was to reach 100 and then stop there because yeah, I feel like the Easy Wellcast kind of reminds me of like the introduction. The introduction episode is Thomas, and then the episodes are like the stations or like the cars that the Thomas could carry. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought about making a new podcast series, but focusing mostly on train stuff because, well, yeah,
yeah,
especially how much train people we're now getting on through Tom is like we're getting a lot of train people now. Like
yeah,
there's
Yep.
White's Train World, there's Chase who's having a retirement party this coming Sunday. There's Hudson Train Guy, obviously. There's
Yep.
Mr. Rail Yard. There's quite a bit, and I met a lot of train people. Don't get me wrong, I'm still on the logo hyperfixation. Heck, if you watch my recent video, that definitely proves it. Yeah,
yeah.
I've just released a new video.
I don't remember. I don't remember the time when I decided I wanted to retire. It might have been during one of our Easy Wellcasts where I was like, if I decide to retire, if I did, I would probably have set a goal where I can make 1,000 IG2 and TLK1 trail edits, and then like, yeah, post them until I reach that goal, and like, yeah, and luckily, so I started doing them August, I don't know when, in 2018, and then ended right just today, guys. If you guys saw my last video, thank you for supporting me throughout all the years I've been doing YouTube. I originally started doing YouTube in 2013 when I was 10, and I had other channels before White Glover TV. White Glover TV, I got it right when I got a new phone for Christmas in 2016. Right away,
Oh
I
yeah,
started putting on there, and then did that for up until now. Yeah, White Glover TV started as a reaction video channel, and then I people, yeah, some people still do watch those kinds of videos. Maybe it's because of nostalgia, and those videos are still up. And surprisingly, they've made it to reaction mashups to like they've been like YTPs to of Toy Story. Like I made it on, I think both of them. I think, yeah.
I noticed that for the Zootopia 2 teaser trailer reverse video, that you've used a version that didn't have the music.
The one didn't have the. Oh yeah, I did that to avoid any copyright claimed or struck. That's what I've been doing lately.
What would
Tarzan
be
and The
reverse
Lion
though?
King didn't have
What's
those
the
either.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool actually.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so what's gonna happen to the channel? Are you gonna keep it up or are you gonna just,
I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna probably I'm gonna still watch videos. I might comment on some to let everyone know I'm still here, and I'm still, yeah, you know.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You should make a
Interestingly unique
farewell
move
video.
there.
Interesting
Yeah.
move I'm making is what Hudson said. Yeah, interesting move I'm making
Yeah, you could
to
make a
my
farewell
thing.
video.
Yeah, I'll maybe I might make a farewell video, or maybe have Drew make or have some people make tribute videos of me and telling me, congrats, good luck on your retirement, and hopefully this move doesn't blow up in my face. So
I'll have to think of a
yeah.
song that's suited for this, and I might do a music video of that said song.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe I could do the Unlucky Talk version of Thank You for Being a Friend, but wow, I'm not sure if he would copyright me for that. Because
I mean,
what
he
the Unlucky
didn't
Talk
like.
did make it, but well.
Well, Isaiah Ferguson did like the music, and Roxy Reese did like the vocals. So it's not entirely on Nick. It's just the two people that he collaborated with just for his
Yeah.
40th anniversary video.
Maybe I could do it, albeit sparingly. I know he was doing a cover of a song, but he was changing the lyrics around to match Thomas. Because, well, there's like a part that mentioned like running on or something like that, and he said chugging on or something like that. It was a pretty moving music video, that song. I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'll do. I guess I'll think of something,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Well, I mean, the closest thing I have is my recent music video, That's What Friends Are For, aka All Pulled Together. But yeah. You know, if it wasn't for Wyatt, I probably wouldn't have made my movie. Because, I mean, he was the one that made that film poster. I mean, I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah, that's
So I was
right.
like, that sounds pretty risky.
Drew
But
Thomas. Drew Thomas the movie started out as a poster I made for him because I was like, at the time I was making posters for everyone, and then I made one for Drew and posted it on FB and replied and said, "Hey, that looks good, but what if we actually made it into a movie?" And then I was like, "Oh, that'd be great." I didn't think you would do that, but that'd be great.
Yep. I think it's safe to say that my number one friend, my number one fan of the movie is definitely Wyatt's Train World. He's watched that like at least 100 times.
Ever since the second movie came out, I started just watching the second one more.
I believe this is my first
Yeah.
time seeing two Wyatts together on this, and pretty much the only time ever.
He has appeared with Wyatt's Train World in a past stream before, but
Yeah, I think
Oh,
those-
okay.
anyway, I've
Yeah.
also recently cleaned my room up, and I've built a new Thomas layout. Feel free to check that out on YouTube. So Thomas is going to be once again going back to making Drew Thomas and Friends, and I will also be working on the movie.
That'd be cool, man.
I'm also wanted to make a opening to Drew Thomas the movie too.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna base the I'm gonna base the DVD a little bit off of Terminator 2. I don't think I've done Terrifying Train Tale yet, but well, come think of it, it's not really terrifying, but still a good movie.
You know what's terrifying? The Terror Train.
Oh yes, the Terror Train. But yeah. Anyway, I feel like I've definitely opened White's perspective on a lot of other things too, like, for the person, because when he first, so I mean, he's never heard of PBJ Otter until I introduced it to him. He's never heard of, well, a lot of the things I liked until he checked it out.
Yeah, I checked. Yeah, I checked. I think maybe you showed me some clips from the show, and I thought that looks like a pretty cute show.
Yeah, that's probably the main reason why I liked it. I like a lot of cute things. I also like heartwarming moments, like whenever characters hugging one another, that just always makes me feel warm inside.
Yeah.
Examples include Peter Daughter's hug Peanut and Jelly's hug during Nothing Lasts Forever. Happy Tree Friends get together to help build a house for giggles, and in First Utopia, there's quite a bit of heartwarming moments, like for when Mrs. Otterton is hugging Judy when she agrees to find Mrs. Otterton, or Mr. Otterton, Emma Otterton, that's his name.
I do remember from Silver Dollar City Adventure 1 and Drew Thomas movie 1, there was Glover showed up in the. I don't know how to how to
Commander
say it.
Wyatt.
Yeah, Commander Wyatt. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed up. I showed up as Commander Wyatt in the first one. Oh, did I also show up in? Was it Silver Dollar City Adventure that I showed up to?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
also provided the voiceover for the radio on Bluey's Zoo Line Halloween, and I think that might have been it. I mean, he's helped out with a few other movies, but Commander Wyatt did not return for Drew Thomas, the movie, returned to St. Louis because, well, I felt like I wanted to have where the engines are not going to go on some really crazy adventure like the first movie, but they were just going to try to enjoy themselves. However, there was a little hiccup, that being Sideshow Bob teaming up with the Diesels, and the Diesels destroying the zoo, which, ironically enough, the St. Louis Zoo really now has a big hole in one of the areas because they're apparently building a new children's zoo. So there's pretty much just like a big hole next to the trestle. Like back then it was a pathway, but then now it's just a hole.
Speaking of Commander
whole-
Wyatt,
Name those diesels.
You're saying Wyatt's Train World?
Speaking of Commander Wyatt, there should be since you are retiring, I feel like there should be like a reference, like a little Easter egg to reference Wyatt Glover's retirement.
Oh, yes.
We should, yeah, Drew should hide gears and like the number one Rumo thing that Timon holds on to, or at least multiple numeral ones, like the numeral eyes.
The Roman
like,
numerals, yeah.
Yeah, the one that Timon holds onto and then like break to fix it to make the title be ranking 3 to 1.5. Which ranking 3 is another title, but from other countries. Yeah, so in America it's called ranking 1.5, but for other countries it's ranking 3 Hakuna Matata.
I might actually indirectly reference the retirement by having like a radio or something saying, and further news, Commander Wyatt of some secret organization has retired as commander.
Yeah, Commander Wyatt has officially retired, and is, yeah.
Oh, sort of like how in the beginning of the Incredibles movie where they it's like the news article sort of thing. Or...
Oh yeah.
In a series of unturning events, a superhero is being sued for saving someone who did not want to be saved.
We know a lot of movie lines.
And maybe write some lines that reference to the videos I've made before my channel became an all IG2 and TLK 1.5 trailer, and after, and then during the times I've been making those videos.
Oh my gosh. Wyatt's organization that he works for is called the Organization of Nostalgia Protection. Because he protects a lot
that's
of
gonna be
things.
That's going to be my museum, the National Museum of Nostalgia.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys can go visit
wild.
that, and there'll be like VHS openings. Everyone has uploaded, and I have uploaded some DVD openings myself. I think surprisingly, my most viewed one is Flushed Away.
Wow.
Yeah. When the cat's away, the mice will play. The holiday starts now, everyone. Yep, I have to quote it.
Yep. Honestly, you were right to quote. Our family quotes Flushed Away a lot sometimes. Like, okay, man, to action. We surrender. No, not that one, you idiots.
Danger's my middle name. I thought it was Wesley. Any last requests? Yes. Can you fly quite suddenly swing like a girl? Fly off this boat screaming like a girl? What?
Yeah.
There was an audio stretch of it where you screamed a little longer. Yeah. What?
Wyatt's Train World also loves Flushed Away. I heard him watching it one time when I was calling him.
Oh, yeah.
Spirits is dancing with myself.
Peak song, by the way.
Yes, Billy Idol was. He was also the one that kind of introduced me to Final Destination because, well,
I wonder what video introduced you to Final Destination, because I fell into Final Destination. I recently developed a Final Destination. What do we call it? Paranoia. I think in 2019, I believe. Yeah. Final Destination. Yeah, I wonder what video got Drew into Final Destination.
Well, I was watching a video about how people shouldn't be super afraid of roller coasters, and they were mentioning how when a Final Destination movie, there's a roller coaster crumbling down. So I watched the original clip, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And so I had to watch Final Destination 3. But then one day, after I went to see Bluey's Big Play at the Fabulous Fox for the first time, I found a DVD of Final Destination, the whole film collection, and I decided, now's my time to watch Final Destination 3. Because I recently checked that it was the third movie that had the roller coaster. And I was like, yep, that's what I'm going for.
And have you like watched all the other ones as well?
Yes, I have. Yeah, after I watched the third one, I was like, I'm gonna watch the whole film franchise because I would love to learn more about how this Final Destination stuff is. And plus, I've heard Wyatt mention it a lot of times before. And
Yeah,
then this year, I went to see Final Destination Bloodlines, and wow, it was awesome. I'm gonna see it again next weekend with my girlfriend alongside Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, yeah, the live action remake came out a week from today. A week,
Yeah.
no, a week from, yeah, it came out last week. Um,
I'm also very curious to see if they're gonna play the Zootopia 2 teaser trailer before Lilo and Stitch because I mean, it's a Disney movie, so
they will play it. They will play it. I think there are gonna, let's see, what other remakes are coming out? How to Train Your Dragon is coming out in 2 weeks.
So we're definitely going to see a Zootopia 2 trailer before that, most likely.
Yeah.
I wonder when we're going to get our first actual trailer. I don't think I'm going to watch them because I don't want much to be revealed.
You don't want much to be revealed. Good. That's good. I did that for Final Destination Bloodlines. I just watched the teaser. I'm like,
Yes.
hell yeah, man. That's all I want. That's all I want. Just, tell us that Final
Yeah.
Destination is still got its charms, still got its usual Whoop
I
Goldberg,
might
deadly traps.
watch one of them, but I'm not going to watch like all of them. I'm definitely going to do a rewatch of. I'm definitely going to do a full rewatch of every Zootopia related material, with the exception of Disney's Wish and I think that'll pretty much be it because I mean it only features a drawing of Nick and Judy. So yeah, so I'm going to be watching Zootopia, all Zootopia Plus episodes, and I believe I'll watch Once Upon a Studio because that has Judy and Nick in it. And pretty much a lot of the prominent characters, like the drill sergeant, Chief Bogo, Kozlov, and Mr. Big, I believe. Which Kozlov was the character that was supposed to be a main speaking character in the original version with the Taman collars. And then, however, they soon just decided to make him the guy who would carry Mr. Big, who was just silent but deadly. But yeah. Have you heard of the original plotline of Zootopia, Wyatt Glover?
No, I have not. Well, it's been a minute since I've seen Zootopia, so I'll probably like watch that one before I go see the second one.
Yeah. One thing I love to do is watch both Magic Railroad and Zootopia on the same night because two of them are my favorite movies. It's safe to say that those are my top two now. Magic Railroad and Zootopia. I don't care how bad it is. I love it.
I remember from a scene from Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, Nick actually
Right. Ralph
eating
was saying that.
popsicles.
You think that counts? Because, I mean, Nick does make a pretty clear appearance. Judy appears in the background talking to Rocket Raccoon as Stan Lee makes his cameo. But, well, should it count or should it just be a skip like I'm doing with Disney's Wish? I mean, it is a pretty bad movie, but, well. I mean, then again, Nick and Judy don't indirectly speak. You can't hear Jason Bateman or Jennifer Goodwin, so that's Once Upon a Studio. Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin give some dialogue.
Mm,
You think it should count, or you think I should just, skip it and go straight to the next Zootopia-related material?
probably go to the next.
Yeah. Maybe I should just stick with, like, the Zootopia licensed stuff. Once Upon a Studio is just, like... Well, then again, Judy also appears in the Simpsons short Maybe Trophy with You, but then again, those shorts kind of suck, and they just feel like cheap Disney commercials. We get it. You're owned by Disney. Now shut the fuck up. It's so fucking annoying, though, because, I mean... It's just like, oh, look, Disney characters. Oh, look, Marvel characters. Oh, look, Star Wars characters. We fucking get it. For goodness sakes, make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Don't make me. If it happens again, I will do an episode killing off the Simpsons, and I will never feature them in any future projects of Drew Thomas ever again.
Honestly, the Simpsons should just have a fire in the whole episode.
Yeah, a fire in the whole episode. That would be pretty fun. Honestly, it's a lot better than those cheap Disney commercials. And they need to recast Marge because her voice is getting annoying. Like, Marge doesn't sound like this. And yeah, she sounds like this. They need to recast Marge. I get that they're even It's Cartwright starting to sound a bit old with Bart. Like when you watch a classic episode compared to like a modern day episode, you can definitely tell that, you know. Let it end. Let it end. Let the Simpsons rest. Thomas the Tank. Oh yeah, by the way, All Engines Go is finally canceled. I don't know if you've heard, but it's finally canceled. No more Looney Tune jumping and, you know, zany madness. I'm hoping that this new reboot that they're going to be releasing next year is going to be a lot better. If it's going to be way worse, like if they make Thomas no longer steam engine, I'll just give up on Thomas completely and probably just, you know, stick with actual real trains. And probably sell them and probably just keep all the Thomas stuff in boxes. Because I don't want to lose them. Even when I get done with making Drew Thomas, I'm still gonna keep the Thomas toys, so I can build like little layouts and stuff like that. I mean, they probably won't pull the Drew Thomas train. Like, if I had Thomas, we would just pull Annie and Clarabelle. But well, yeah, mostly so I can make it look TV series accurate, somewhat. I'm considering getting the 80th anniversary Playrail Thomas. I'm considering it. But a lot of Playrail stuff costs an arm and a leg.
Not if you're wanting to get Playrail Thomas from eBay. It's not at the.
Well, sets especially on eBay, they range up to over like almost $1,000. That's practically all my life savings. I would be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to save my money so I can get a computer so I can edit my upcoming movie.
Yeah, not have it released the last second like Drew Thomas the movie 2 did.
Oh yeah, I came up with several different release dates for that movie. Like originally I was going to release it for the last weekend of August as like a last hurrah for summer, but then I decided, no, I'm just going to push it back to Labor Day. Until I finally came up with the final date. I was like, okay, we'll do it on the 21st night of September because lots of people remember the 21st night of September. It's literally in a song. Do you remember on the 21st night of September?
I remember when the first True Thomas movie was going to be split into 2 parts.
Oh yeah, I was originally considering splitting the movie, but then when I found a good computer, I was like, no, I'm going to do this all the way. The whole enchilada. The whole shebang. And sure enough, a lot of people loved it. A lot of people love my movies. Like, one of the Six Flags engineers actually loves a certain clip in my movie where Tommy G's pulling out of the station. It's after the Try Everything number in the movie. As Tommy G's pulling out of the station, he starts to blow steam as he's going through the crossing. And he blows steam all the way until he gets to, like, the bridge. It is a very awesome shot. And Matt, the engineer, loved that so much.
I actually helped with the part where Thomas is almost having that head-on collision with that train, which is at a railroad Drew became a member of recently this year.
Oh yeah. I still have yet to plan my next visit. I think I'm gonna probably see if I can go sometime in June. I'll probably ask my mom if she can take me for the railroad. I'm gonna ask my sister if she can run me to Six Flags next weekend.
I need to figure out when that Silver Dollar City engineer is taking his trip to St. Louis and is planning a trip to WFMP, so I can make plans to be there.
I've definitely had a lot of interests growing up. It's safe to say that I had a lot of big interests. Like, I've been through a lot of places, like superheroes, race cars, tractors, baby Einstein, all that type of things. My heart is strong now, but while I still find a soft spot for them, heck, I literally have a time to get some Hot Wheels tracks so I can put that Hot Wheels Thomas in it. I sure as hell ain't getting a crisscross crash show because no one's gonna finish my builds on this. But
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to my upcoming videos. Like I'm really excited to be working on Giggle Switches, the THX logo. I think after that I might do I don't know what I'll do. Oh my gosh, if only I had figures at the bottom numbers, because then I could do with the bottom numbers with the THX logo. Or like buy some patches and wildly, or just like watching Home on the Range, but then it's surprisingly THX certified. The DVD is.
Yeah, we already figured out the villains of the Silver Dollar City Adventures sequel.
Yeah, it's these three bad guys called the Ball Knobbers. They're exclusive to the ride Fire in the Hole. They're based off of real events of a group of people called Ball Knobbers burning down buildings where Silver Dollar City was near. And yeah, they.
There's this
There's
this part in the ride which actually sparked an idea for Drew Thomas movie 2.
Yeah, there's like a scene where there's like this train prop, like it's like shows a steam engine, smoke box, cow catcher, and lantern, and there's smoke, and it almost feels like you're going into the train. On Wyatt's Train World's profile picture, that's what the train looks like. It almost looks like you're going towards it, or it's coming towards you, but then you go down the drop, which I find strange because I mean, is it like supposed to look like you're just whipping past it or something? Or is it just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 3 drops in the first one is themed to a burning bridge, which you try to speed through it, but it's too late because the bridge just starts collapsing while you're in it. So
yeah, they go down the drop.
The very next scene, 2 of the 3 ball knobbers are captured, but one of them is found by a switch, which froze that switch, and causing you to go the wrong direction into a tunnel that leading you head on with a train. After you nearly pass through it, the next scene is the part where the fire chief is blowing up the water tower, and then after the final drop, it's a splashdown, and yeah, it's a pretty fun ride, and the drops are pretty smooth as well. It's not rough or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
honestly, I think Fire and Hole could probably be more smoother than the boss.
The boss at Six Flags St. Louis is just, at least they're retracking it to put new tracks on.
I wonder how the boss would feel with all that Titan track all over the entire ride. I'm pretty
I
sure.
noticed how it makes like a rattling sound as we go over the track. It almost sounds like it's just I've
It
noticed
makes
that.
like
Yeah. It kind of sounds like a shopping cart.
oh my god.
Like when you're pushing a shopping cart faster, you're bashing into another one. When you're returning it, it makes sort of like that kind of noise, except a little bit louder.
Yeah.
It's still pretty smooth, though. It feels very smooth, and then you're in the rough patches. I feel like they should probably put in the roughest spots. That's where they should put the Titan track.
Yes.
Anyway, so I wonder what happened if Wyatt didn't come to YouTube. Let's just say things would probably be very different.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't
things
even
would
have.
be very different. I would have. I don't know if I would have like ever been a. I would have. Yeah, things would be different. None of those videos I posted would have exist. Drew Thomas would have probably uh not would have not had his own YouTube channel, and yeah, he would have just been known as the THX Christmas Kid.
Yep. Probably branded as Tito's Christmas Kid, who just so happened to visit a railroad near St. Louis called the St. Louis Underground Southern Railroad, but it's actually in Jackson. It's like nowhere near St. Louis, but I digress.
Well, I know one thing. Probably would not have all these great friends he has. Just
That's
think about
true.
you wouldn't have Drew Thomas movies or series at all. So
We also, speaking of series, we also, me and Drew also had a series that we're based on like what we did on the live streams we did on Facebook. We dubbed over VHS previews. Yeah, we did Inspector Gadget 2. That was the first one we did. Then The Lion King. Yeah, we did that all the way up till Tarzan.
Yeah. And just like things real fast, he wanted to make 100 and then decided to stop.
Yeah.
That went on until like late 2020, all the way until like 2021 or 2, I believe. Oh man, that was a fun series to do. French newscasters, I was going through a rough time during that time, so I didn't feel it in me to make strange newscasters. I was just, it was
Strange
during the dark
Newscasters,
ages.
we did it for 4 episodes. And then Drew was
Yeah,
like, can we just stop doing this?
I was going through the dark ages. Yep.
You were going through some dark ages.
Yeah, the dark ages was definitely a rough time for a lot of Easy Railroad. Like it pretty much all started in like September, ended until March when I did something like it wasn't a small thing to do, but well, then I pretty much almost got canceled. I thought that was going to be the end of it. But what sounds like Wyatt and Josh and Hudson and stuff, gave me but then Rich Train came along and I had even more hope. Same thing for the other 600 people. I had even more hope. That's why I decided I must get back to what I do best. Indeed, I did. I'm really glad I rebuilt the layouts to look a lot like the original layouts that I did because the whole putting Marin Station as the superstation that it was just it was only done for like 2 episodes, and that being the Halloween episode and the episode that introduced the Spooky Switch. That was like the last one until I went on another campaigns because of how interest to make stuff, and well, yeah.
Let's
But I
just
can
hope
assure
that
you,
continue. Sorry.
I can assure you, I'm definitely going to be going back to making more episodes and making more movies. At least I'm going to try to, because it's painful to know many sometimes. But well, yeah. Maybe after I watch a lot of my favorite things, it'll help me make more episodes.
Well, let's just hope that this upcoming movie and Thomas Express 4 is not a disaster.
I doubt it. I feel like the only movies that turned out disasters was like Silver Dollar City Adventure and Easter Adventure wasn't a huge disaster, but well, it definitely could have been a lot better. Probably the
Yeah.
weakest movie of the bunch.
I mean, we do have a lot of planned ideas for the plot for the sequel, Silver Dollar
Yeah.
City Adventure. But
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
Silver Dollar City Adventure was, well, very... It wasn't well planned out like what we have now. And so I pretty much just jumped straight into it. And yeah. But also dealt with a lot of stuff like, well, my brother making noise and then he getting on to me for making noise while making the movie. But yeah. As soon as dealt with those issues.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess I can show you all what the new layout looks like. Here's what I have with the new layout.
Looks nice, man. Looks nice.
It's up to track for the establishing shots for But yeah, I got a new Thomas off of eBay, and this will be used to close up and establishing shots.
He has 3 ready-to-play sets. He has, engines, to be more specific, because, yeah, he has a Bluetooth... he has a Polar Express, Thomas, and then I gave him a Hogwarts engine.
Hey, Wyatt, look at this.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's put his face back on.
Put it on, put it on, put it on.
I was thinking, that was the creepiest thing I saw. Well, then surely you haven't seen this.
I'm not looking.
What was that supposed to be?
That was supposed to be Thomas E. Robertson next to Screaming Eagle or something like that. That was the roller coaster thing. That was supposed to be Screaming Eagle, but then it just turned into Tom G. Robertson, a weird hybrid, and just... and I use that to torture Wyatt sometimes.
Me.
One thing I've been doing during my hiatus is I've been making a lot of music videos, and I've also been making a lot of vlogs, which I'm still going to start a vlogging channel when I retire. It's not going to be I think I'm going to try to make it like a part-time YouTube job if I can find ways to work out the copyright music and stuff while editing and stuff. But yeah. These vlogs even have their highlights, like this, for instance.
Joy to the world, the ride was closed!
Yeah, I wanted to get on Wildfire, but as soon as I was in my seat, strapped in and ready, they just closed the ride. Hence why I said, Joy to the world, the ride was closed.
And then he didn't get his coach credit.
Yeah. And it started a bunch of jokes for me and Wyatt.
He did get to everything. He got to ride a new Fire in the Hole for the first time, which, oh my gosh, his reaction.
Yes.
Seeing everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, watching or riding the actual ride in person is much more better than seeing just POVs.
Oh,
Because if you're there in person, when you get to that train part, the speakers are just like amazing. Like yesterday, for instance, is like whenever I was rail fanning and a train went by, that thing was like rumbling the car. Like I could see the car like shaking. I'm like, is this a scene from Polar
Well, I mean, it's
Express
a
or
freight
what?
train. What do you expect? Freight trains are pretty big. I mean, they're supposed to cause things to shake.
I know, but like, but yeah, I felt. I was like, am I in a scene from Polar Express?
Oh my gosh. Like the introduction scene of the Polar Express whenever it first arrives at the Hero Boy's house.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that would probably prove that living next to the tracks would probably be pretty sucky.
Yeah.
Because we have a whole bunch of stuff neatly on this shelf. It's just all going to rumble and then all fall off. So what's the point of putting everything back?
The cool thing is in Washington, Missouri, there's these I guess condos or apartment homes. They got these cool balconies right by the tracks too, where you can get good views of the train passing by. And theoretically, these balconies could fit our ready to play trains on it.
There's two Thomases. I got one in an eBay auction, but I was conned out of it because they didn't have a remote. I was surprised that I won the auction until I realized, oh, it didn't have a remote. Well, no turning back now. But I'm going to find some way to take out its motor so I can make it run without, hearing click, 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 click.
It's going to be a dummy unit.
Yeah, for
Okay.
Wyatt's Toy Train Railroad.
Yeah. Don't you have two Polar Express engines too? Because you have the
Yes.
that came with the remote and the Bluetooth one.
Yeah. Maybe I should get a different line over at place that instead of like a, generic brand like Thomas Polar Express or Hogwarts. Maybe I should get some like my own North Pole Express or maybe get like a diesel set or I don't know.
The only
I did
diesel
hear-
set I have is that construction train set. The only three Lionel has produced is the Santa Fe Super Chief and the New York Central, along with the one that I just said that I have. Unfortunately, the New York Central is rare to get, but the most rarest one to get is the Santa Fe Super Chief.
Yeah.
I'm also wanting to get
sense.
Bluetooth Hogwarts and a Bluetooth Pennsylvania Flyer train set. Which the Pennsylvania is just practically Drew's Polar Express Bluetooth engine with the same generic sounds like
I'm
the
thinking
whistle.
I'm thinking about getting some more ready to play Polar Express coaches so I can have the full movie set. All 5 passenger cars.
I think you only need like 2 more. You should one of those passenger cars you should get is one of the old hobo passenger cars. And then
They don't have those for ready to play gauge, unfortunately.
Well, you didn't let me finish. What I was trying to say is you can hand it over to me or Chase to convert it into ready to play track.
Oh, yeah. So then I'll have like 3 observation cars. One that has the disappearing hobo that is a refit with the new bogies, and then the other that will be one that doesn't have any. I've also figured out a way how to get inside the passenger cars of the Polar Express. You can even remove the window section, so you could just have it be empty. You could put your own lights in there, so you can light up the coaches.
Oh yeah,
to be a lot more lit. I think I might honestly do that for when I make the Thomas Express return to the North Pole.
Honestly, since you want to get some more ready to play stuff, I feel like you should get some sets that have or not. You should get some sets that actually have freight cars.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably gonna get like maybe a North Pole Central or maybe a Mickey Mouse Express. Most likely North Pole Central because, well, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. I think there's other ready-to-play sets that I don't have yet. I can't think of any right now, but yeah, there is that I don't have.
See if there's I might see if there's a Bluetooth Toy Story set coming soon. They might release one this year because I mean it is the 30th anniversary year, so maybe
Well,
Lionel will do a Bluetooth version. And if that happens, I'm fucking buying it.
Yes, we need a Toy Story Bluetooth set.
Yes, we have a no gauge Bluetooth, but yeah, that stuff costs like an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as expensive as a Lionel well-detailed Strasbourg number 90, which that is over like $1,000.
And
Quite Clover left.
Let's see.
To go.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that won't be the last we see of him, though. He'll still very much be a part of Easy Railroad, Andrew Thomas, even though you might not see him on his channel anymore, or you might not see him on a lot of streams because, well, but maybe he'll return for my birthday stream. I hope. I will try to include him in important streams, but nothing like, streams that include like Chase and Wyatt because, well, whenever they're there, there's a lot of train talk.
Yeah. Especially when Chase is in here.
Yeah. That's why I didn't send him the link. Otherwise, as soon as he talks about trains, there goes my stream.
Yeah.
No offense to Chase, I love him. I love his interest in trains. I'm happy he loves trains because I love trains. But once he starts talking, he won't shut up. You see, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of banter. Sometimes it's nice to, like, I don't hate Chase. I love Chase. He's a great friend. I just like to poke fun at him sometimes.
Oh yeah, there is a Frozen ready to play set too.
I couldn't even get that. Then again, yes, I went through a phase where I hated Frozen, but now I actually like Frozen. Heck, I'm actually considering doing In Summer for my next karaoke, which that was like one of the most hated songs for me from Frozen, but now I actually like it.
How about we just discuss what sets that Lionel needs to convert into Bluetooth sets? We already said that the Toy Story set needs to be converted into Bluetooth. And while we're doing that, we could probably give some ideas about making different train sets too, like completely original train sets.
I would love it if Lionel did like a Zootopia themed item, like maybe like a Zootopia Express train set, or maybe like a, Zootopia boxcar where it has like the cityscape and Nick and Judy on it.
I would like it if Lionel made a different engine for Ready to Play series.
Yeah,
I don't care if I wouldn't care if it was a different steam locomotive model or a different model for a diesel engine. I don't care. It'd be nice if we had a different locomotive in the Ready to Play series.
Okay, what if, hear me out, a Lionel Strasbourg Railroad set?
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Ready to Play. I mean, sure, there's the O-Gauge ones, which look pretty crappy, but then there's the well-detailed one that looks just like engine number 90, but, it costs an arm and a leg. But,
I could see it possibly being happening because they already have the passenger cars that they use for Polar Express. They can use those models and convert them or repaint them to look like the Strasbourg Railroad coaches.
Yeah.
But then they would have to make a completely different steam locomotive model.
Some of the coaches are pretty different too.
Yeah. Honestly, they could probably have those coaches that have the open windows.
Oh yeah, like the Hello Dolly car. That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love that car for many reasons. One, it's named after a movie that Strasbourg was featured in, that being Hello Dolly.
Yeah.
I've only seen a little bit of it, and I've heard the songs in Wally because they played the songs that It Only Takes a Moment and Put On Your Sunday Clothes during the movie. Like they played Put On Your Sunday Clothes at the very beginning, and they play It Only Takes a Moment at the very end.
Yeah.
Which I also referenced Hello Dolly and Drew Thomas the movie when Dolly Parton made her special cameo appearance.
Yeah.
Yep, that took a lot of money to get Dolly Parton. A lot of money. She's a pretty big star, you know.
You know, there is this one ready to play set on eBay that actually looks accurate to, or looks perfect to actually convert into a Tommy G. Robertson ready to play model.
Oh, let me hear it.
Well, I don't even think I have it saved on my thing. So, but yeah, this is a set I don't even recognize at all, but it's a set that does fit on ready to play tracks, so that gives it one, and it has the same cargo as the North Pole Central. It has the gondola car and the caboose. So,
yeah,
and it is a 440. So, if Drew ever gets this gets this set, it'll be Drew first owning a 440 in his ready to play collection.
Yeah. Like I said, I was going to get the North Pole Central, whatever Wyatt said, and I might, or maybe I might see if they have like a Bluetooth John Deere or
John Deere. There's no Bluetooth John Deere, so I just recommend you just getting a Bluetooth Pole Central and just converting that into Tommy.
Yeah, I might do that. I might also see if I can get the voice chip to say, like, you know, welcome aboard the pride and joy of the Six Flags Railway, the Tommy G. Robertson. And when you select it when it's moving, it'll say, to your left, you can see the Colossus Ferris wheel. Or I'll probably mention the Six Flags Engine House. That'll probably be better. The two additional announcements should be the Six Flags Engine House and the blowdown announcement. Whenever they mention that Tommy G just released the excess steam from the boiler.
And then you can use the generic passenger coaches that's used for Polar Express to use for the train. Because we also
have to convert them into open air cars.
As we know from the recent Branson trip when we brought our ready to play Bluetooth sets up there, we had a caboose with Drew's Polar Express passenger cars with the caboose, so it looked pretty cool.
It really did look pretty cool, actually. Or you might see that same caboose in the Tom's Express Return to the North Pole.
Oh, yeah. Because I do have a Polar Express freight set with a Polar Express that is in the paint of like a darkish reddish color, which actually does look pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, we're at the hour mark, so I think I'm going to wrap up here. So, anyway, as for Six Flags, for those of you who are Six Flags fans, I will be coming back to Six Flags next weekend. So I will see you all on that Saturday if you're going to be there. And please come for a ride on the Drew Thomas passenger car. Please do. It's so delectable. It's so darn good looking. It's just so amazing. You never know what surprises are going to await you. There's going to be, who knows, I might even bring punch and pie for the train. That'll be fun. A punch and pie train. That'll be impossible. Or maybe I could just turn it into a snack car and I could give out snacks. There's no eating or drinking on the train, though. Still, I could probably buy some. That's what I'll do. I'll buy some candy and I'll probably give it to these people as, okay, what I really need is like a special calling card / business card for both of my channels, Drew Thomas and Mr. Conductor's Vlogs. But yeah, I might also advertise one of my movies on it. It'll be a special card that I hand out to people whenever they meet me, and I might maybe attach it to like a candy bar or something. I'll have to buy a box of candy bars then. I would probably have to buy fruity candy because chocolate will melt, especially on a hot July day. It's definitely not a good time to bring chocolate to the park because then it's all going to melt into a pool. Yep. And nobody wants a melted chocolate bar. I mean, I could see if I can buy coupons for like First Cone, 1904 Classic, Colonnades, Macho Nacho, or my own personal favorite, JB Smokehouse. But I seriously doubt that they would do that. I mean, I could also have it where I do a ticket drawing, and I will have, and whoever has one of my tickets in that drawing will win, like, I don't know, a Six Flags season pass or a Six Flags ticket or something. That'll be for like grand prize. The grand prize winner will get like a season pass, gold pass that is. Second prize would be like a Six Flags silver pass. I could see if I could do the railroad next weekend. In addition to Six Flags, however, I would have to ask my mom to take me to the railroad and my sister to take me to Six Flags. But my sister says no to take me to Six Flags. My mom's gonna have to take me, and yeah, that'll mean no railroad, unless if mom is feeling it especially nice. But the goal is I'm trying not to run my mom all over the place because she's already running me to Six Flags and on some occasions Silver Dollar City. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm going to start work on Giggles Watches the THX logo, so be warned. Giggles is about to have the surprise of her life. But have no fear, she'll be okay in the end. Will Cuddles save her, or will he just let her get blown away? You find out. And Giggles Watches the THX logo. Coming soon to Drew Thomas, probably sometime next week. Anyway, I might do some filming at Six Flags actually during my visit. So who knows? Maybe one of these Six Flags people will be a part of my video. Anyway, so this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night and pickle suck.